Multiply and divide Roundup. Write two different division equations for each quotient. Okay, so we have an answer of -7. How do we get that? Well, one of our factors has to be negative. So let's say we have -7 divided by 1. And does that come out to -7? Yes. -7 divided by 1 is equal to -7. Now here they want to do another different one. You also can do is you can make it +7 and do a -1, and 7 divided by -1 is going to give you -7 as well. It doesn't matter what order you or what number has the negative, as long as one of the factors has a negative, it's going to come out to -7. So these are the final answers to these two equations right here, and that's how you would do it. Here we want to find the value of the expressions using the correct order of operations. So remember PEMDAS in order to do these equations. So we have -8 plus 5 times -3. What do we see here? Multiplication first. So we first focus on the multiplication. 5 times -3 is going to give us -15. So we cross this out. This is done with. Now we have left over -8 plus -15. So you know the rule is a negative plus a negative is going to give us a negative. So our answer is going to be negative. So then we just do is 8 plus 15, which is 23. And our final answer is -23. Okay, let's go to our next example. We have 5 times parentheses 2 minus 9 parentheses. So what do we do first is the parentheses first. So 2 minus 9. Let's just focus on the parentheses first. So we have 2 minus 9. Which number here is bigger? The 9 is bigger compared to the 2, and it has a minus sign next to it. So our answer is going to be negative. So 2 minus, the difference from 9 minus 2 is 7. So our final answer, not final answer, it's -7. Now we do is 5 times -7. Cross this out. So now we are left with 5 times -7. So this would be -35. Since we have one negative here, so we would bring it to the answer. So our answer would be -35. So this is the final answer. Okay, now we have here -5 times 7 minus 4 times 3. Here I'm going to focus on -5 times 7 first. So -5 times 7 is -35. And I have a subtraction. I'll go over that later. Now I'm going to do 4 times 3, and that's going to give me 12. Now I do a subtraction. Now I carry over this subtraction. So I have -35 minus 12, and that's going to give me -47 as my final answer. Many multiplications with integers, you can multiply the plain numbers first and then figure out if your answer will be positive or negative according to this little rule. If there is an odd number of negative factors, the answer is negative. If there is an even number of negative factors, the answer is positive. So here we have 1, 2, we have 2 negative factors. So the answer is going to be positive. So we already know that. So all you do is now is focus on multiplying the numbers. 10 times 5 is 50. Times 2 is going to give us 100. So our answer is a positive 100. So that's the final answer to that. Okay, here we have we have 2 positive factors. So our answer is going to be positive. Okay, so we have 4 times -4 is -16. Times 0 is 0, and 0 times negative 9 is 0. So our final answer to this would be just 0. And that's the final answer to this. So let's now move on to a few exercise problems so we understand the concept of what are we doing here